Guys, me back with another video. Today I am using these earphones, so my corded ones, that might be a little bit of an echo in the video. But today we're actually going to be reacting to something different and not xylophony. It's actually going to be a reaction slash ranting video today of this video here. Voice in my head, Adam Hazbin Hotel. That is pretty much what this is. It's a thing. I saw this in, I was actually on the TV, actually. I'm still on the TV right now. And I went to music. And this was one of the things that popped up. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Plus, voice in my head sounds kind of cool. So, I decided to take a look. I saw like the first 20 seconds of it. So, yeah. And then I actually started enjoying it. I paused it. And I looked into comments. And it seems like this is going to be a thing. Yes, this is going to be a ranting video about Vibsy Pop and Hazbin telling him a boss and how I think it's, like, I do like both shows. I'm not going to lie, I've watched them, I've been keeping up with them. I'm just saying, they have potential that Vibsy Pop kind of squanders in some places, especially like Hazbin telling him a boss, like especially Hazbin Hotel. Though, Hazbin Hotel is only one season for now, so I have an open mind. But like always, the Posters channel and this video will be down in the description down below. If you want, please go check them out. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Again, I watched the first 20 seconds, so I'm probably not going to say that much about it. But yeah, let's go in. Hopefully it doesn't like fuck it up. Like, is everything good? Yeah. So yes, I'm checking it now. I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh yeah, and also I only have one earphone. Shit, I forgot about that.
The voices in my head keep on telling me to pray, cause I'm spinning like a carousel, circling the train. Hit the bottom of the bottle, I don't wanna feel the pain, but that is all I got for now. I don't wanna talk about the voices in my head keep on begging me to stay. If I pull the trigger now, then the demons go away. And I know my time is coming, so there ain't no time to waste. So that is all I got for now. I don't wanna talk about the voices in my head keep telling me to choose a side. It's heaven or hell, like it's do or die. I'm a sad boy, you know better. Please don't make this last forever.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna start ranting now. Yeah. If you think about it for a little bit, and then we're gonna start with Adam here. If you think about it, Adam is one of the more tragic people in the story, and no one brings it up in the entire season. Now, we are getting Abel in probably season 2 or 3, because we know that Abel exists. So we could be getting flashbacks. Could be. Vibsy herself has stated that Adam isn't coming back, I think. And if that is the case, then we really just have flashbacks. Though, knowing Vibsy, she'll probably just make Adam an asshole from the beginning, no matter what, even though that makes no sense, because if that's the case, then Lilith is a bitch since the beginning. So, by technicality, Lilith should be as bad as Adam, and that's a thing that I'm going to go into in this one by the technicalities here. But I'll refrain from that for later, right? All I'm going to say is that Adam is, if you think about it, one of the more fucked over people in the world, especially if you go to the Bible. Now, I don't know what Vibsy Pop's going to do, because, again, she's not going with the Bible, and she's kind of humanizing demons, so, yeah. And again, I'm actually not a Christian. Like, I'm not anti-Christian, kind of. My parents are Christian, but I'm not, right? And the one thing I will say is that Adam is one of the more tortured characters, especially if you think about it for a tiny bit. But let's continue with the video. I have a lot more to say later, especially when the video ends. Whenever the video can't speak. When the video ends, this is just going to be a ranting video, and I'm already ranting. Ooh, what the fuck? Okay. I actually don't know what that means. Does that mean that Eve was it? Wait, was that? Okay, I'm actually going to go back on this. I'm sorry. To be honest, I should just let the video play and then go back and see what happened. But is that Eve? Is that supposed to be Eve? Oh, is this Eve giving birth? Yeah, because those are like blank. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Because again, if you again, okay, I'll come back to this later. But you think about it, they wouldn't know what pain is if they weren't the God of Eden, because Eden had no pain until they ate the apple. There was no evil in the world, meaning there was no pain. So, oh, that's actually interesting to think about, huh? Let's just keep on going. Now I feel bad for evil label. And bad weather. Yeah. That's supposed to be like the angel of death. Interesting. Oh, so they died. Oh. Okay. Okay, I have so much to say. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna let this play out because I have a lot to say about this video and how this is actually a kind of cool Adam. I'm not going to lie. But let's be honest, Vivzy is probably not going. Like, okay, I hope that Vivzy does flesh out Adam and not just make him an asshole from the beginning. If we're going to do like, flashbacks with him because Abel's coming in. I hope they just don't, because I think Adam's voice actor is the same one that plays Blitz. So she should just have him normally. So yeah. But like yeah, like okay, there's a lot to go in those like what 20 like 10 to 20 seconds. Okay.
My head keep giving me the worst advice. Kamikaze crashed like a suicide. I'm a lost boy, you know better. Please don't make this last forever. The voices in my head keep telling me that I'm insane, and maybe I'm a little bit that won't change.
Okay, so he's trying to like. Okay. Again, I'm not gonna pause. I'm sorry. Jesus. Okay, that's actually cool. Though that's also kind of sad. Like she like that's actually kind of a bitch move. Like he's trying to like I'm guessing he's trying to warn her or like try to like explain himself with the like they were seeing Lilith and the demons, right? But then she just like turns into like goes into I'm guessing her true angelic form. Like that's kind of a bitch move. Like okay, flex your power on me. That still doesn't make me wrong. Oh shit! I didn't say who made this. It's El Oraculo. So I'm guessing Oraculo. So El Oraculo. Sorry. So I guess the Spanish. Just want to get that out because I forgot to say the channel's name. Okay, that's good. I do like that.
Voices in my head keep on telling me I'm cursed. I'm paranoid. I don't want to make.
Oh, this is okay. So this is the Bible thing of him. That I think they literally said that he lived for like almost 900 years. And that is like impressive if you think about it. I'll go into why more later that's more impressive, but like why that's impressive if you think about it. But like yeah, that's impressive.
Get any worse, we're all gonna die. But first things first, I'm gonna take the world with me when they put me in the dirt. The voices in my head keep on telling me I'm cursed. I'm paranoid, I don't wanna make it any worse. We're all gonna die, but first things first.
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna go on a tiny rant here. How does he eat through his mask? Because we know the mask is a full-on like LED display. So how does he eat through his mask or drink through his mask? Because like in the beginning, everyone just thought that like the mask was just Adam's face, and the rest of the exterminators like just made their helmets to honor him or something because Adam is vain, right? Because like he's like the only one that we see that always has his mask on, and he like eats and drinks through it. That's actually an interesting thing that I would actually want Vivzy Pop to have at least a throwaway line of like how that happens. Is like the whole face an LED, or is that like a hologram and the whole whole frontal of the face. Huh. I just thought about that. And I am going to talk about the extermination and if it's really as bad as people think. Yes, I know it's genocide. That's not a good thing. But I will explain myself a little bit later. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very good song for Adam. No, if you're going more sympathetic, of course. If you're going more of a sympathetic thing, this is very good because of his Walker aesthetic. And it's, you know, it fits with his Walker aesthetic. Okay, yeah, this is good. It's actually good. Jesus. Talk about this too, I think, because you think about it. Yeah. There is actually a comment about this that I might bring up. I am going to go into comments too, but I am going to pause to like look for them, of course, so you don't have to worry about it. Yep, here we go. Yep, okay, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna let it go fully. There you go. Okay. Yeah, let me do something. So pretty much what I did was pretty much just tone down the thing. Like, to me it's normal, but for you guys it should be lowered. So yeah. So let's go through this, shall we? Yeah, let's just go through this. To make it better, I am gonna make the play speed at least 1.5. Yep, the loot thing. Now this is interesting because of the later scene in the video, and yes, I'm talking about the video right now. I'm not gonna talk about Busy Paul because that's gonna be at least oh my god, that's gonna be a long time. Anywho, this one I like a tiny bit now that I know what, like, whenever he was talking to her and that stuff, because like, okay, demons in the background burning, right? People burning, and him just pointing his finger like shut up. No, that's actually just, yeah. So in the video, if I'm not mistaken, what they're trying to pretty much imply a little bit is that he went insane. That, if you think about it, makes sense. Like, it just makes total sense that, like, Adam would go insane. He's been alive for, again, since humanity has begun. He's seen his children literally fall to hell. Most of them, because again, we don't know how many winners there are in heaven. We know that hell is overpopulated, so that kind of gives us a thing that most humans go to hell. What else? Yeah, let's just keep on going, shall we? Yep, the apple. Should I talk about it? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Lucifer is an asshole. I think everyone doesn't like... A lot of people like Lucifer. I do too as a character. But like, if you think about his actions, he's a fucking asshole. Because he takes no responsibility. That's the thing. He takes no responsibility. He literally gave the apple to Eve that paved the way for evil to corrupt the world. And corrupt Eve, and depending if Adam ate the apple, that again, we don't know. And if Adam didn't eat the apple, that also makes him kind of sympathetic. I'm not gonna lie, because if Adam didn't eat the apple, that means he never learned what right and wrong is. So by technicality, you kind of make all of his actions after the fact kind of justified. Because if he doesn't know what right and wrong is, and no one is stopping him, then, like, what he's doing isn't wrong. He doesn't know any better. It's like if a 6-year-old child killed a man. Like, you're not gonna be like the 6-year-old child is an evil person because they don't know any better. Especially since the angels seem to be fine, especially, well, at least Sarah is fine with him going on these exterminations, meaning that he's actually being, like, he's being praised for it. There we go. Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm in my mind with all these things. The other thing, Eve is an interesting thing because we haven't seen Eve yet or anything like. We actually, yeah, but depending on how you see it, Adam got cheated on twice. Well, once actually, if you think about it, because Lilith left him and then fucked him over again. If you think about it. Sorry if I'm really loud. I toned myself down this video to like 160. But I'm sorry if I'm still loud. But Lilith did fuck him over after she left for some reason. I have no idea why. Like, in Lucifer's point of view, he was trying to, like, help Eve because I guess Adam was just an asshole. That makes no sense because if Lilith isn't a bitch, why is Adam an asshole? Just because he's a man? That's the thing with me. If Adam is an asshole, that means that Lilith has to be a bitch. There is no other way because that makes no sense. Why is Adam an asshole, but Lilith isn't a bitch? Like, yeah, she left him because he was dominant and just wanted to do what he wanted, but that's the same with Lilith. The angels, for some stupid odd reason, decided, let's make them out of the same material and make them both dominant. Like, I'm not saying a dominant on dominant relationship can't work. I'm just saying it's way more flimsy than one of you being dominant or one of you being submissive or both of you being submissive, okay? Like, it's harder to have two dominant people because they want to do what they want, right? And then they're going to fight for it, right? And if you also think about it, depending if this is how it goes in this thing with the Bible, again, Viv seems to not care, but I'm just saying it. Adam also ripped out one of his ribs to make Eve. So, yeah. And it's kind of funny. The full scene that we see him, he's literally eating ribs. So that's actually kind of funny if you think about it. And I am going to put this too, because I did put this in another, and one of the, another video that I say this. Adam has a kid, Abel, that is in heaven. I hope. And I know that Vivzy Pop is going to make the other thing come true. I hope she doesn't make Adam a deadbeat dad as well. Like, he's already a genocidal maniac that seems to be a misogynist and an asshole. We do not need him to be a deadbeat dad. At least make him a good dad that was there for Abel for all of his life. Right? Right? So, like, yeah. But anyways, let's go on because there is a scene that I want to talk about. Well, kind of. Yep, this one. Okay, yeah. Like I said before, yeah, because this would actually be really scary for both of them, because, if you think about it, because this would be the first time that probably either of them have bled or have felt pain. Especially for Eve, if you think about it. But yeah, like, this is the first time that anyone would feel pain or, like, that stuff. And again, why I said that, like, it's kind of interesting is because if you think about it, Adam and Eve had to walk after they were kicked out of Eden. Like, hardly walk, if you think about it. Right? Like, they had, like, it's kind of funny, right? Because they had to hunt that before, if you think about it, were, like, the animals were Adam's friends whenever he was in Eden. Now he has to hunt them and kill them. He has to make his own crop. And now there's also diseases, thunderstorms that we see later on in the video. Like, yeah, he actually gets fucked over a lot. And then if you want to take Lucifer's word as truth, that I kind of do, knowing Vivzy Pop, Eve also left, quote unquote, left Adam. I would say left Adam and then fucked Lucy, mostly because of the fact if she was sent to hell, it's not really her fault that she left Adam, right? But still, right? And yeah. Again, I'm not saying that Adam in the series, especially in the series, in the canon, is a good person. He's not. Let's all be honest. Bibsy Pop could make him a sympathetic villain afterwards. Like, if we see more of his past and see that he was a good person, but he just lost his way and became just fucking insane, then I would be like, oh, okay, that's kind of sad now if you think about it, right? Because the first man can't be resurrected, for all we know, to be honest. Like, she did say he's not coming back, so yeah. Even though you could, theoretically, the angels could just make Adam again and give him the same personality and most of his memories, but whatever, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the angels being able to give life. Okay, we don't. Because that's broken if you think about it. But yeah, like, Jesus. So I have an ADHD brain, so I jump from point to point and then forget about what the last point was. But like I said, like before in the video, I feel like if they make Lilith a sympathetic person, they have to give a good explanation. The only explanation that I can think of is that being with Lucy changed her, and that's why she's not like Adam. But I would like to see some of the Adamish personality, at least in the dominance, when it comes to like dominance, because that's the whole reason why she left. Because they were both dominant and they both couldn't handle each other's dominance because both of them wanted to do what they wanted to do. So yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing is, Viv isn't making God because let's be honest, she does not know what she would do with God. She would make him an arrogant prick that cares for no one and is a fucking, like, asshole. She would make him like that. Let's all be honest. And the reason why I say I'm a fan of these shows is because, again, Hazbin is only in the 4th season. And there's, 4 seasons that have already been greenlit? So for all we know, the writing could get better and everything can get better. Not for Adam, though, because Adam's fucking dead. But anyways. But yeah, this is the thing. She villainizes Adam in the book. And yes, I'm going more into the real life. She villainizes Adam, but then makes the literal devil, quote-unquote, sympathetic. I'm not that sympathetic for Lucy, to be honest. Like, I really do not care. Like, Lucy, like, come on. He literally blames every other sinner why they're down there and says, oh, I gave them free will and look what they give to him. It's like, my man, you gave them the forbidden fruit. It's literally called the forbidden fruit. Why would you give it to Eve? What did you think would happen? You let evil into the planet Earth or the Garden of Eden, depending, but both, right? Like, you let evil in. You are the fucking, you are the fucking problem. You were the one that gave it to Eve. Now, I'm not going to say it's fully Lucy's fault, because for all we know, the whole Apple plan was Lilith's idea, and that just brings up my point more that Lilith should be seen as a fucking bitch. Just saying. Even though it does seem like Charlie sees her as a good mother. But also, okay, there's one thing that I will say. The whole fucking... Because remember, the pilot that's on YouTube is canon. That's the canon. It's just the visuals aren't canon. Why the fuck did Charlie call her mother when she's been gone for 7 fucking years? Or at that time, 6 years. She has been missing for 6 years and pretty much abandoned her fucking child and husband, okay? Without a word. I don't know if she explained to them where she was going, but I'm guessing not. Why did she try to call her mother in the pilot? I will forgive it because probably Vivzy didn't think out the story yet. Even though she did say that she knew the story, so I have no idea why she called her mother and not her father, but whatever. Yeah, let's just continue for me to get more thoughts because, Jesus, let's just do this. Give me a second. Yep, bad weather. Yeah, because, yeah, again, that would be terrifying too. They wouldn't understand what bad weather is. Like, that would be fucking terrifying if you think about it. Like, think about Adam's situation. Because I know that Viv isn't, because again, she made him a dude, bro. And this is another point. Why is every like immortal being that is more than like 2,000 years old or 3,000 years old, like have like acts so like assholey? Like Lucy acts like a fucking shy dad. Fucking Adam acts like a dude, bro. Fucking okay, Emily makes sense because she's the youngest, though we don't know how long she's been alive. Like she could be the youngest that she's 18 years old, or she can be 2,000 for all we know. We don't know. And Sarah does act more mature and more like, you know, that. So I would say that Sarah is a pretty good representation of what I want a more than 1,000-year-old being to act like. Like, don't get me wrong, if Adam acted like that, like again, I'm fine with them having personalities. I'm not saying all like beings that like really old beings should have no personality. That would just be fucking stupid. But what I'm saying is that why does Adam act the way he does? What's the reason? He's more than 2,000 years old. Think about that. He was tricked by his ex-wife left him. That's Lilith. His wife just disappeared. I guess she's in hell, right? That's what I'm guessing, right? Because of Abel's exist. Remember, Abel exists. Cain killed Abel. So he witnessed one of his sons kill his other son. So yeah, he also probably saw incest a lot, because again, everyone is related to Adam and Eve, meaning everyone is incestuous, so all humans are incestuous. So that's another thing. Then he lived for 900 years almost, I'm pretty sure in the Bible. So he lived amongst his kids for a pretty long time, probably seeing them do horrific shit. Then he died. He was sent to heaven. Yippee! But then he has to watch his kids, most of his kids, get sent down to hell. And again, we don't know how hell was before Lilith. Like, and again, we don't know how fast Lilith made hell. Like, let's be honest, a paradise. Like, hell isn't that bad. That's the thing about this series that I just don't understand. Why do you want to leave hell? The only reason I can think of that you want to leave hell, especially if you are a bad person, is because of the annual extermination. But now that Adam's dead, I doubt that there's going to be an annual extermination. Meaning there's no reason why you want to leave hell. You can drink alcohol. You can cuss. You can fuck. You can kill. No one cares. You can be depraved as shit and no one gives two shits. And the only way you can die is by an angelic weapon. And if that runs out, you're immortal. Why would you ever want to go to heaven that has more strict rules? I guess that's less death, right? But like, and less torture. But if you play your cards right in hell, you're in paradise. I'm just saying. But anyway, and that's another thing. It's like, there's not that much of a reason to leave hell. Like, they have pretty good food. It seems anyway. It's like, it's nothing that bad about hell. It's just exploitative. It's just like literally a lot of people say this, and I agree. It's just a more crime rating, like New Vegas or like New York. It's literally just a more crime rate in that, and they probably have like the mob there. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm ranting all over. I don't really have anything to think about. I'm not just ranting because like they could have. Adam, the first man, has so much like potential as a character. I'm gonna go with SNV here. SNV Adam, I think, filled his potential, right? He was the first man, loves his children, blah blah blah, right? Perfect father. I'm not saying that Adam from Hazbin Hotel should be like Ray Echoes of Ragnarok Adam. If you don't want him to be a good person, there's a lot of ways that you can do it. But you can't just make him evil and not explain his backstory. Again, they barely explain it. They literally explain it in like the book that was written by most likely Lilith and Lucifer. So, like a lot of people say whenever someone wins, history is dictated by the winner. If Germany won in World War II, they would be seen as the good guys because they would paint themselves as the good guys, right? So I don't really trust Lucy's book, right, to its full extent. That's what he thinks, or what her mother thinks. But like in this video, like again, it's not canon, of course. Like, let me get it out of the way, it's not fucking canon. But in this video, we see the potential that could have been Adam. It's just that Vivzie hasn't done that. Now, in season 2, 3, and 4, can she flesh out Adam? Probably. Is she going to? Probably not, because he's dead and there's no reason to flesh out a dead character, really, especially if he was supposed to be an asshole. But there's that potential. And I think Vivzie's I'm going to call it franchise because there is 2 of them. There is Hello Boss and Hazbin Tells. I'm going to say franchise, right? Or 2 series. The fandom is with headcanon. That's it. A lot of people do like the normal things, but it's mostly headcanon. Let's all be honest. A lot of people like Adam. You want to know why? Because of headcanon. Why do people like... And this is the thing. I did say I was going to do it, so before the video, I need to end the video because it's about 30 minutes long. I'm going to do it. This. The extermination. Is this a good thing? No. Genocide is never a good thing. Would I say that Adam is a villain for it? Because he likes it, yes. And just because he likes it. If he did the extermination, and he was just doing it because it was his job, I would not say that he's a bad person. Because the extermination isn't a bad idea. No, I'm serious. Because I think we are all being blinded by Vivzie's manipulation here. I am. Everyone in hell is in hell for a reason. Now, is everyone as bad as Hitler? A rapist? A serial murderer? No. There may be some people down there that are down there because they cheated one time in their entire life, but then they changed, became a better person. Maybe, yeah. But remember, the extermination is only for sinners. They are actually not allowed to harm hellborns. Meaning that they are literally only killing sinners that were casted down there because of their own sins. And most of the sinners there deserve it. And I'm even going to go as far as say everyone in the Hazbin Hotel besides Vaggie and Charlie deserve it. Husker was an overlord. We don't know what he did as an overlord, but overlords are just bad people that take souls. And yeah, they're not good people. Alistair definitely deserves it. He's a serial murderer. He is. He's a fucking cannibal. He deserves death. At least in the States, and I think Japan, we still have the death penalty for reason. Nifty. Yes, she's a fucking psychopath that loves to kill. She definitely deserves it. Angel Dust. And this as well is going to be controversial. Yes, he does. He was in the mob, and he still tries to do mob shit. Remember that, because of the comics. He's a mob. He walks in the mob in his life, and now tries to do deals with the mob. And he's killed. Everyone in that series deserves to... most people in that series, if they were in the real world, would be given the death penalty. Remember that. Everyone there would be given the death penalty. The reason why we like them is, one, because we see them because they're casual and because we see them as friendly, right? And we feel bad for them, with Angel Dust and him being a SA survivor, right? well, he's still getting SA'd, but still, right? But still, he's still a bad person. He enjoys killing. And that's another thing whenever they were doing the extermination. They were enjoying killing the exterminators. That I feel like they shouldn't have. Like with the cannibals and Alistair makes sense. But like with Charlie and especially Vaggie, they should not be enjoying this. They should be, more like that. And of course they do. But like most of them are like smiling when they're killing them. It's like you should be focused and not be like, they're all like enjoying killing them. And Vaggie's another thing. It's like, one, was that extermination Vaggie's forced extermination? Was that Vaggie's forced extermination? Because what the fuck? One demon runs away and looks scared, and you're like, oh my god, they're human. It's like, no duh, were you not like told that like sinners are human beings that will cast down to hell? What? You know what I mean? It's like one of those things with Vaggie. And then like there's nothing, like Vaggie doesn't even have any like, what's it called? Any like, give me a second, I need to think about this. Hesitancy of killing her own sisters. No hesitancy at all. Doesn't even think about it. There's not a scene in the show that's like, just like her having at least a thought about, I'm going to be killing the people that I was in arms with. Because the only ones that really betrayed Vaggie were Adam and Lutz. The rest of them probably don't even know what happened to Vaggie. And for all we know, Adam and Lutz probably just told the rest of them, oh yeah, she somehow died or she betrayed us or something, right? That's it. Like, yeah. Like, again, I'm not saying they should hate Hazbin Hotel, and if you like Hazbin Hotel or even love it, I'm nothing against you. I'm just saying there's a lot of potential that I feel like is kind of being missed, especially with, like, Adam, especially now that he's dead. You can't really do anything else with Adam. I guess they can do, like, flashbacks to do his personality, but knowing Vipsy, she's probably just going to make him an asshole from conception, so, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's enough ranting. It's been 37 minutes of me pretty much just ranting. But the video was really good. Again, video is in the description. Please go check it out. And for me not being, talking over it or pausing it. And, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys on the next one.